Konnichiwa! My name is Sucheta Raval and I am the author of Beato Goes to Japan. Today for story time, I'm going to read to you my book, Beato Goes to Japan, that talks about a traveling cat. My cat Beato, who traveled to Japan. Let's find out what he learned there. Beato Goes to Japan by Sucheta Raval, illustrations by Alexandra Abaju and Wana Weda. One afternoon, Beato was in a playful mood. He started chasing his older brother Russo around the house for no reason at all. Russo was all grown up and did not enjoy such games anymore. He asked Beato to stop, but Beato continued to jump up and down on the couch, scratching the furniture. When Beato's mommy saw what was going on, she scolded him. "Beato, you need to behave, or you will get a timeout. Do you know how respectful kids in Japan are? They always bow to their parents, teachers, and older siblings." Russo grinned. "You need to send him to Japan." "Japan is called the land of the rising sun," Russo said, "because every new day on earth first starts there." Beato was curious. He wanted to know more. Beato traveled to Tokyo, the capital of Japan. When he arrived in the city, he saw skyscrapers, neon lights, and people everywhere. His head was spinning. "Are you all right?" a girl asked, pulling him out of the street. "I think so. Thank you for saving my life." Beato was shaking. "You're welcome. My name is Kazumi." The girl bowed. "Konnichiwa." That means hello in Japanese. "Hello, Kazumi." Beato bowed. "My name is Beato. Is all of Japan like this?" Kazumi giggled. "Oh no, we are in Tokyo, the largest and busiest city in the world. Let's go someplace quiet." Kazumi took Beato to a garden with lots of pink and white flowers. "I come here when I want to relax. These are cherry blossom flowers, which are called sakura in Japanese. They're the national symbol of Japan." Kazumi offered Beato a flower. "This is the most beautiful garden I've ever seen," thought Beato. "That over there is Mount Fuji-san. It is the tallest mountain in Japan and an active volcano. We say san after our name to show respect," Kazumi informed. "Thank you, Kazumi-san, for being my friend," said Beato. The ground started shaking. Beato was nervous and dug his claws into the ground. "What's happening?" he asked. "Looks like we are having an earthquake, Beato-san." "Don't worry, it will stop in a few seconds," Kazumi assured him. "Since Japan is in the Pacific Ring of Fire, we have a lot of volcanoes, which cause over 1,000 earthquakes every year." "Hey, I've heard about volcanoes before." Beato recalled his last trip to Indonesia, remembering that volcanoes can be dangerous. "Perhaps Fuji-san is angry," Beato said once the shaking stopped. "We Japanese people believe spirits live in all natural beings and places, like in people, plants, animals, stones, rivers, and mountains. Our religion is Shintoism, and it is thousands of years old." Kazumi led Beato to a shrine. "Fold your hands and say a prayer for your safe travels." They went to see the statue of Buddha in the city of Nara. Buddha taught us to be good to others so good things may happen to us. Beato grinned. Hey, I'm a pretty good cat. I just saw something. It was a very small man. Beato was shocked. That was probably a tanuki, a Japanese raccoon dog. They like to play tricks by dressing like humans. Let's see if we can go find him. Kazumi was thrilled. Just then, a group of school kids asked Beato if they could take a photo with him. Sure, Beato obliged. I wonder if what my mom said about Japanese children is right. He wanted to find out and asked if he could visit their school. Of course, said one of the boys. We would love for you to visit our classroom. The next day, Beato noticed that all kids arrived at school right on time. Not a single student was late. At the beginning of class, everyone bowed to the teacher, who bowed in return. Then the students bowed even lower to show respect to the teacher. Beato was amazed. He had never seen anything like this before. We Japanese kids love school. We also help clean up at the end of the day, Kazumi told Beato. The teacher asked Beato to join a calligraphy class. In Japanese, we can write 3 different ways. Beato dipped his brush in ink and scribbled lines and circles, copying the kids. Look, Beato-san, Kazumi said. They wrote your name. Beato was excited to see his name in Japanese. The kids moved to another room for playtime. Kazumi was ready to show Beato her judo moves. Watch out, Beato-san, she called. Don't hurt me. Beato was afraid Kazumi might punch him. Oh, I'm just practicing judo. It's a Japanese martial art. Have you seen it at the Olympic Games? Yeah, I've seen boys and girls fight wearing white clothes. I always wondered what they were doing, Beato replied. Sumo is an ancient form of wrestling and our national sport. Let's go watch. Wow, they slam into each other in their underwear, observed Beato. Kazumi shook her head. That's their uniform. Professional sumo wrestlers eat a special diet and exercise daily. If you're big, then it's easier to win. You must be very disciplined to be a good sumo wrestler. Beato couldn't stop laughing, so one of the wrestlers decided to teach him a lesson. Beato was getting hungry. Kazumi, how about we eat dinner before our next stop? Yes, of course. Let's get you a bento box, but you must learn to sit and eat. She pointed to the trays in the cafeteria. Japanese people eat lots of rice, fish, and vegetables. Our diet is very healthy, which is why many Japanese people live to be over 100 years old. Sushi! Yum! Beato loved raw fish. Now I have a special treat for you. Kazumi led Beato to a colorful sweet shop. She handed him a soft pink ball to eat. Here, try this. Mochi is a Japanese rice cake, which is traditionally eaten on New Year's and on Children's Day. This one is stuffed with strawberry ice cream. Beato was getting full. It's yummy, but I think I've had too much rice already. Kazumi laughed. Rice is an important part of our diet and we value every grain. You should never waste rice. I will remember that, Beato replied as he munched on his mochi. Next, they arrived in Hokkaido to see snow monkeys. The Japanese macaw or snow monkey likes to play in natural hot springs to keep warm in the winter, Kazumi explained. They are so furry and cute, Beato said. Just then, Beato heard a sound in the background. Ha-ha! Croak! Ha-ha! Is that a bird? Beato asked. Kazumi heard it too. Yes, that is a Ural owl. It eats birds, frogs, insects, and rats. Look over there. She pointed to a hollow tree trunk. An old man dressed in all white clothes was walking toward them. He was carrying a stick. Beato was terrified. Don't worry, he's a Yamabushi, or a holy person from the mountain. Many people believe the mountains give him special powers, said Kazumi. We should all try to spend more time in nature. They decided to take a break at a Japanese tea house in Kyoto. A beautiful young girl wearing a gown began to sing and dance for Beato. She is a geisha, a traditional Japanese performer. She had to practice origami, music, dance, and poetry for years to be this good, Kazumi informed. Look, she's wearing a kimono just like me. The geisha made an origami paper crane and offered it to Beato. Kazumi was getting homesick. Let me take you to my hometown, the island of Okinawa. Do you know we have over 6,000 islands in Japan? On the way, they went snorkeling in the Pacific Ocean and saw manta rays, clownfish, sea turtles, angelfish, and even a few hammerhead sharks. Do Japanese kids like to read? Beato asked. Yes, we love manga and comic books. In fact, my favorite comic is Doraemon. It is about a robotic cat who travels back in time to help a kid. Sort of like me, Beato and Kazumi chuckled. It was getting late, so Kazumi and Beato headed to a capsule hotel for a nap. In Japanese culture, we are mindful of our surroundings. We don't like to clutter our rooms with too many toys or things, said Kazumi. Neat! This is the coziest hotel room I've ever seen, thought Beato. You know, we love cats here in Japan, said Kazumi. I have seen statues of cats waving their paws in the shops, Beato noticed. Those are beckoning or lucky cats, Kazumi told Beato. The right paw invites money and good fortune, and the left paw welcomes friendly people. Beato was amused and raised both his paws for fun. We also love animation and robots, Kazumi continued. There are millions of robots in Japan. These are machines that walk, talk, sing, and dance just like us. That is so cool, Beato exclaimed. Beato, I want to remember our time together. Let's take some pictures, Kazumi said. They went into a photo booth and took lots of photos, making funny faces. You are so cute! In Japanese, we call cute things kawaii, Kazumi said. Beato was sad to leave. Kazumi, I had so much fun learning about Japan from you. Beato-san, you have taught me to be open-minded and learn more about the world. In Japan, we call the teacher sensei. Anyone who is older than us has lived longer and can teach us something, Kazumi replied. Like my big brother Russo. I will make sure to listen to him from now on, Beato said. He gave Kazumi a good hug goodbye and rushed aboard his airplane home. The end. I hope you enjoyed story time. Beato goes to Japan with me, author Sucheta Raval. And if you want to get the book yourself, you can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Millions, even Walmart. And there are other books in the series that you can get of all the places that Beato has been to, which are Greenland, Israel, Indonesia, Japan, and Brazil. So check out where all Beato has been. You can also check out his Instagram page and his pictures from his travels. So for that, you just go to beatogoesto.com, his website. Thank you so much for joining me. Arigato gozaimashita.